Hello everyone, my name is Ripley and today we're doing the 10k starter home challenge. And as I'm sure that you all know, a starter home in The Sims 4 usually goes for about 20k. For like 1 or 2 sims you usually expect to pay around 20,000 simoleons. So with this challenge it's basically how good of a starter home can I do by splitting that budget. By only using 10k, how good of a starter home can I do? Like, is it possible to do a decent starter home for 10k? So that's pretty much what we're doing today. And I chose to do this base game only. Of course you don't have to do it base game only, you can use whatever packs you want. But I made it base game because I thought it would make it maybe a little bit harder and you kind of have to work around some other things. Like you don't have the same like options. Like for example, I had to make the bathroom 2x2 instead of making it 1x3, because usually if you have like university or snow escape, you can make a bathroom that's 1x3 by having the shower in the middle and the toilet and sink on either side, and in that way save a tile. But of course, because I was doing this base game only, I didn't really have that option. And I also made this with tiny living in mind. Of course it's all base game, but I made the house only 32 tiles, so if you do have tiny living then you can download it and use it as a micro home if you would want to. But like I said, this is only base game, so yeah, anyone can use it. And I really wanted to make this house look a little bit more interesting because it's such a small space. Like on the exterior I used both paneling and brick just to make it look a little bit more interesting, and kind of just, you know, it's a small space so you kind of have to walk around that. And in the kitchen I ended up putting in 2 counters in the kitchen, which one of them had to go. I think I deleted one to get a computer. For me, I found it to be very important to have a computer and a TV if possible. So I did actually get in both. But now, as you see, I'm doing the bathroom and this totally works. And I also left the parts of me doing the playtesting in the video, just to show you guys that it actually works, as well as I felt like I could keep it in without making the video too long. So I just have myself from here that's trying it out. And then I am kind of moving on to the living area. The bedroom is with the living / kitchen area. It's really too small to make a separate bedroom. Maybe I could have, but I think that that would have wasted too much space. And I don't know, this house is for either 1 or 2 sims. It depends if your sims can scoot, because I know with the latest, I think it was with the update, it was with Dream Home Decorator, they kind of fixed it, so for a lot of people your sims can scoot now. Mine still can't, which sucks, but I feel like of course mine can't. Why would they? It's not like my game is kind of laggy in that way, so my sims can't scoot. So for me this is only a 1 sim home. But if your sims have the ability to scoot in your game, then you can fit 2 sims in here. And you can also use that desk with the computer. I know it looks kinda cramped, but your sims can use that, no problem. I did end up scooting the bed into the wall a little bit, just to make sure that it actually worked. And then as you can see, I added in a TV, as well as added in some books, like a bookshelves for your sims to be able to read, gain some skills, whatever. And now, lastly, I'm just doing the decor. I didn't have much money to do the decor, but I wanted to make it look as nice as possible. So actually for the rug I ended up sizing up one of those small ones because I couldn't afford a bigger rug, and I think it ended up looking really nice anyway. I think that the interior ended up being very blue. It wasn't my intention, but it is very like blue and light wood colors and a lot of whites. I guess the color scheme on the inside isn't the best, but it's fine, I guess. And then I ended up buying a shipping counter to get that coat rack thing, which I don't know if that was a good choice, but I did that. And I also put in this kind of panda lamp, only because I wanted to use as much of the 10k as possible. I had a few simoleons left when I was done with the home, and I was like, I just want to use the 10k basically. I think I ended up spending the last 4 simoleons on a rock or something. But now we're moving on to the exterior, and for the exterior I ended up using debug plans to do the landscaping, which I think is fine. I don't think that that's cheating necessarily. Like the debug stuff is free, so I think that maybe it would be a little bit stupid to not use them. I mean, if you think I cheated, let me know, but I don't think I did. I think that it's good to use all the tools that you have, especially for these kind of challenges. And again, like the exterior is not really part of the well, actually maybe it is, but like I said, the debug stuff is free, and this is all base game debug, of course, so I think it's fine. But with that said, this is absolutely not one of my best landscaping that I've ever done. It definitely lacks in some areas, but this is also a starter home, so I guess that it doesn't have to be perfect. Like there's kind of the things that you can maybe add on as you kind of build on the house, because of course this is a starter home for when you start your game, or maybe you have like a teenager that turn into an adult and need to move out. And I don't know how much money they get when they move out. I never really thought of it. Do they get 20k when they move out, or is it just kind of like you take some money from whatever the household funds is? I'm not quite sure. But regardless, it's a 10k starter home, which means that you're left with about a 10k. And I think a lot of the times you buy a starter home that's 20k and then you still have like 20 simoleons left or something like that, which isn't ideal. But with that said, we are about done and we are about to jump into screenshots. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know what you thought of this build, and I will see you all very, very soon. Ripley out.
Honey, I'm a perfect 10, whoa, whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10, whoa, whoa. And if I say it